A few moments later.
You got me touching on you.
Boy, I sure do yearn for the abyss. Well, now you can waste your time better with League of Legends. No life and no money? Perfect. League requires neither. Just jump on in and find where you belong. Everyone has a role, like a job, except you won't want to die. Want to swing a sword, launch a rocket, practice witchcraft, kill wildlife, heal a friend, play alone because you have no friends? Whatever, dude, go for it. Wow, my life has purpose now. True and sad. League of Legends. Play it maybe.
This should not take a lot of time.
Who's that? Why is it just people? You can look for your lobby.
Today I have an unboxing and review information for these LED lights. They were $4.96. They come with a 6-foot strip.
Braxton. Where's David?
Okay, so I already put the tape. Take this out.
Invite him.
What he's doing.
Huh? I don't know what he's doing. What he's doing? Just invite him. Hey.
Get a taste of the Gulf Coast with Lay's Tastes of America. Learn more at lays.com.
Hey, awesome people. You know what's awesome? Me. I'm Ellie Awesome. But you know what's also awesome? LED mood lighting, which is that purple hue behind me. It's currently all the rage, just like overly dramatic shows about home renovation and cooking. Today I'm going to show you where I got my affordable LED lighting and how to set it up.
What?
So I'm using LED lighting for actually the brightest. They have large TV. But basically you can set it too good to be too long or... So here's the wrong way to plug it in. At least I think so. I was just very careful to do it in one way. Then I plugged the AC cable into the
I'm not playing right now.
I plugged everything in.
I'm trying to
so
do
it turns
something.
out the battery in the remote was dead. Luckily, I had a replacement in the house, which doesn't usually happen, but then it worked immediately. So I dusted off my TV, then stuck the LEDs all around the frame of the back, and that is it. How cool is that? The light looks great during the day, but it looks especially awesome at night. Oh, yeah. What's so awesome about this setup is there are so many different colors to choose from, and it comes with this remote. Check it out. remote's not very responsive though, and that's its only downfall. Really, you could put these anywhere, but look how awesome it is to have it behind the TV when you're watching a movie. The color can really set the mood. Now that I've helped you make your space more awesome, let me know in the comments below how else I can help you become more awesome like me. Maybe you want to know how to have a more awesome workspace, or how to get awesome guns like these. Yeah, I'm gonna stop showing them off now. Hit thumbs up and subscribe for taste tests every Tuesday and other awesome stuff. I'm Ellie Awesome, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
I do not like it.
Okay, how should I start this? Are you ready to RGB your life? No, that's horrible. YouTubers, are you ready to spice up the lighting in your room with some RGB? So let me just get to it, since I never script any of my videos. It's always live recording. I have two different brands right in front of me, and I have a third brand already on my wall, which I'm going to turn on here, and it will make the color go out in the background, as you can see there. Now if I turn off the lights, you can see how much glow this really offers. Now I've had that installed for over a year behind my TV. I even made a room tour project video. You can see it pop up here, and I'm probably showing you anyways about it. But that's the only RGB lighting kit that I have in this room, and I decided to put more because it looks even better, especially when you find one for $16 that has 33 feet. And this is a USB plug, around 5 feet or 6 feet USB wall charging. Now I plan to put this strip right here in front of me, so it has a little glow when I'm making videos right here. I'll show you. Okay, firstly I'm going to take a picture of what it looks like right now. And this is what it looks like before, so we're going to install it, and then we're going to do the after picture. For right now, I just put these to the side because this is a very long strip, and I will be unboxing this.
No, what happened was
now I have a power bank, and since LED is very efficient, you'll be able just to plug this straight into it, and we have light immediately. Look at that. Now this little strip has around 20 different modes, but it doesn't have a remote control, and you can expand these if I unplug that, and you can plug in more attachments and then put it back in there. But you can see that even a simple portable charger can power this up, and you can put it into your computer or to your TV, USB or whatever. Just plug that in. So this is how you change the color here. And then the brightness, if you want it to be even brighter. Wow, that wasn't even the brightest it could go. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 brightness modes. Let's turn off the lights. Actually, I'm gonna turn off the back one back there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I actually want to put this on the back of this monitor here. Take this off for right now. It has a little sticky tape in the back of it. Just take it off, and we're gonna stick in the back of the monitor.
You better turn up. You better be there when I shake. Watch me rockin' if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Come and catch me, baby.
Let's turn off my brights. Okay, so here's a better angle of how it glows now. And you can see it's back here. Let's change the color. And then we got crazy seizure party mode. And this is pretty much the mode that I usually leave it in. Now let's light up the other one.
Bryson, you wanna play Kane and Drake? Yes.
Alright, next up we're going to open this up. 300 LEDs. You can see really cool decorations on a lot of different scenarios.
Second.
Really nice to open this.
You get on my nerves.
Oh, this is my 1-year-old remote. Identical. Even though it's a different brand, the controllers are very generic. Here we go. Another 16-foot roll, and we have a much bigger outlet because it's going to power a lot more LEDs. And here's a little brick, and here is the receiver. So this is what's going to go in here, and then this is going to plug in right into there and into there if you want to have 30-something feet. So now the question is, where am I going to put this? I thought about putting it on my last wall over there where it's the brick side. I might still change it around, but since I like recording for this angle, I'm going to be putting more lights on that side. Let's remind ourselves what it looks like with the lights off. Time for a new design. We can do the watermelon. Yeah, let's leave it like that. Okay, so I'm going to plug this into the outlet underneath this desk. I'm gonna plug this in here. You wanna make sure the arrows line up. And now, let's plug this in. It should turn on. There we go. So let's do the real remote. Take that out. Comes with one of these little... fell out. Alright, so I'm gonna move on, plug these both in. Power on. White, blue, green, red, and all the other colors are matching up very well. Faded out, and they're in sync together. Awesome! But now I can install this to the back. This time I'm gonna put the strip right behind the gap there. It's gonna start from this edge and work its way around. I had to switch it around, so now I have to plug it into the left. Okay, let's hit the switch. So now we have that type of glow behind. I like. And as you can tell, it has a really bright glow. The camera does not show it complete justice, as it makes a difference between your human eye and the camera. But regardless of that, you get the idea. You can dim it really low where it has a really soft glow to it. I think we all can admit that it gives your room a really cool look to it. For $16, you'll get 34 feet of LED strips. It's such a long LED that I didn't even use the other 16 feet, but I will buy another set to go on the right side where my couch is. I think it's safe to say it's gonna look lit. If you want one for yourself, find it in the description down below, and as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Later.
There we go. That looks a lot better.
Madison, what are you doing? What does it look like?
So you guys have seen me tease this room. It's finally time to let you
Did you see me doing
check it
something,
out.
right? What are you doing?
Now, I've been working on this room for a few months, so it's finally time to show you guys what I've been working on. So without further ado, Alexa, start the game room. So cool. So guys, welcome to what I'm calling the ultimate gamer's paradise. And I'm calling it that because this room has just about every aspect of gaming that you could expect. So let's start off with one of the biggest ones here, and that is the console area. So right here we have a giant 65-inch Samsung KS8500. So this TV has 4K HDR, all the bells and whistles that you'd come to expect. Now it's not OLED, that's back at the crib, but this one is actually a really nice TV. And I'm not a huge cable management guy, but I was able to get the cables hidden here, so it does have this nice little floating effect on the wall. And it even has that with this Sonos speaker system that I have here. This is the play bar. So together, they look like they're just mounted on the wall, like they're just floating, which is a really nice touch. But let's take a look at the TV stand that I've got here, since I've got quite a few things on it. So starting off from left to right, we've got the Amazon Echo Dot. Now this little thing is actually connected to these two speakers, and these are the JBL Pulse, and they're actually here with a decorative look so that you guys can see I'm rocking.
Wait, who are you talking
so it's
to?
flashing those teal lights. And the Amazon Echo Dot is connected to it. So with that, I can actually speak to it, and it can actually produce some real volume. If I ask Alexa to play some music, it can do that really well with the two speakers. So going on, we've got the Apple TV. This is the latest generation. Now, I don't really have much use for it here, but it's here as an option in case I want to buy something from the iTunes movie store or whatever. But typically with all the other things that I have hooked up, I don't use it that often. But moving on, even though I have a Sonos Play bar,
Are they gonna stay
if I'm
in
playing
our
games at night and I don't want to
house?
disturb anyone,
They're
I
gonna
also
stay
have the
against us.
Astro 850s. So if I'm late night gaming
Why
and
do
I don't
they
want to disturb
hate?
anybody,
I don't know
those
why
will
they
do the
hate.
trick. And over here, of course, I have a Logitech Harmony. Now this is gonna connect to a lot of the devices that I have here, so I don't have to have multiple remotes always reaching for another one. This kind of connects them all and just makes things a lot easier when I want to control everything at once. And down here, I've got this little guy. This is the Nest security cam. So with this, I can keep an eye on all them suckers trying to get my stuff. No, I'm just joking, but I do have to keep an eye on my stuff just in case. There's a lot of stuff here, so I want to be careful. But I gotta show you guys the actual systems hooked up to this guy. You see Forza over here, so you know there's an Xbox. But check it out. Right here, I've got the PlayStation 4, and of course, I've got the VR headset. We've got some controllers, we've got a keyboard to use with it, and we've got a ton of cables since the VR headset needs so many. But virtual reality, right here on the PS4. Over here, I have the best looking Xbox One, not counting the One S. And this is the Halo 5 edition. And I've got a couple of controllers here as well. The best looking controller for the Xbox One. This thing looks awesome and it works really well with the theme of the room. Of course, I got an Elite controller and a couple of other things, so Xbox One. And I've got the actual cameras for both the Xbox One and the PS4. So even though I'm wearing a PS4 shirt right now, the Xbox One gets some love as well. I don't pick sides. And on the last side, we've got a Wii U. Don't tell anybody. But no, I do have a Wii U. And of course, I do have some controllers here as well. So if people want to come over and play, I've got all different options. Got that Smash Brothers controller over here. So, you know, if anyone ever wants to play with you can do that. But over here, we have all of the games. Now, I also have some Gundams. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Gundam and I build quite a few of them. So I've got them over here. I've got some Pokeballs because, you know, I live that anime life. But over here, I got all the games. So whenever you want to play a game over here, you just grab one off the shelf. Now it's terrible because so many of these games are still in the wrapping. Over here, we've got the collector's edition of Star Ocean, and that's in the wrap. Got some more stuff in wraps as well. So I don't know why I keep buying games, folks, but I do it because I'm a gamer at heart. I just need to find the time to play it all. And speaking of games, gotta pay some homage to my favorite series yet. This is the Final Fantasy series. Over here, we've got Final Fantasy VIII's main character, Squall. Over here, Final Fantasy X's Titus. And it just gives the room an awesome, awesome look. And down here is where you just kind of enjoy it all. This is the couch that I got picked this up from IKEA. And I've got some Philip Hue strips and lights all around it so that it gives it a nice glowing effect. And I've also got the speakers for the Sonos sound system. These are the Sonos Play 1s, I believe. So when you're sitting down right in the middle, you're enjoying the really big screen. You've got the sound coming from the front and two sounds coming from the sides. So it gives you that surround sound feel. So it's really, really nice. And all right, guys, check this out. This is what I call the portable gaming section. So over here, you can see I've got a couple of portable systems. I've got some 3DSs, of course, with some Pokemon on it, because you got to. And some 3DS XLs, and even a PlayStation Vita, because the Vita has my heart, man. Just wish it had more games. But you sit down right in this chair. This is a special chair because it's got some built-in speakers here. So if you're playing and you want to enhance your portable gaming experience, you plug this in, throw that volume up, and you get an enhanced portable gaming experience just so that you're not sitting here just playing it like this. You could play it anywhere like this, but with the speakers in the chair, adds a little more depth, makes it more enjoyable, and if a game has a good soundtrack, makes it even better. Now what's really awesome about this chair is that the speakers are right on the sides of your head, so you can really hear it. Sounds great. And down here you've got some controls so that you can actually increase the bass or you can increase the volume, however you want to do it. Now this is the X Rocker. I'll of course have links to this and everything else. I'll try to do everything else in this video down in the description so you can check that out. But this is a nice little setup, guys. I love it. Sit down here, play some games, and you get to really rock out. Now I know you guys probably saw a peek over there, but just give me a second, we'll get to that. But over here, we have my Gundam collection. This is something I've worked on forever. Each of these has taken countless hours. And over here, we've got a giant one. This is a perfect grade. This one takes the time of like 3 of these easily. And you know, it's holding my special plaque for 100,000 subscribers. You know we're on the road to 1 million, so if you haven't subscribed yet and you're watching this, subscribe. But yeah, this is my collection that I've amassed over time. It's taken quite some time. These all take forever. And I just like the way this is showcased. Since this game room is all about the things I love, I had to get this inside of here. So it kind of just looks great. And this isn't the only one. I've actually got another one over here. And these I didn't build myself. These are more like pre-built, but they're all pretty rare, very rare. They're all from Japan, collectibles, and they just look awesome. I also don't have to worry about them falling apart because I built them. But these are really awesome, and I just had to have my Gundams. You guys see me put them in the videos all the time, so I had to show them off here. You guys have seen this in a previous video, but this is what I'm gonna be using as a cool little set whenever I have products, probably paste something over here. It's got this motorized desk, so I can move this up and down whenever I want. And you know, I can build this out however I want, throw whatever props up there, make it a nice little shooting space. And you know, I gotta have another poster over here so it's not bland. And we got Avatar Aang, the best Avatar. That chorus stuff, we don't mess with that. This is the stuff right here. And over here, we've got this cool little lamp I got from Amazon. Looks pretty awesome. It's got a LifeX bulb inside of here. Since the Philip Hughes bulbs don't change to this particular color, so I'm really trying to do the whole teal thing in here, and these bulbs were actually able to help me do that. All right, so I know you guys got a peek of this already, but this is the gaming PC. Now, I put a lot of effort into getting this whole situation hooked up, cable management, all that stuff. But this is it. This is the desk. This is the area. This is where I get my first real leap into gaming on a PC. Thanks to Main Gear, who hooked me up with this gaming PC right here, which I'm calling Flood. Now, you know teal is the main color of this room. White, teal, black, that's kind of like the theme here. And Main Gear was able to capture that perfectly with this system. Now, if you're wondering about specs, we've got two GeForce 1080s in here and an i7 6700 processor. So if you want all the details, I'll have that link down below in the description. I have all this information in a much more detailed video, so stay tuned for that. Now, they were able to make a system for me that was going to handle having 3 Acer Predator X34s. So I've got 3 ultra wide screens right here so that I can have a super immersive gaming experience. And I've also even got the Oculus Rift hooked up to this. So if you guys can see it here, this is the sensor and I've got the Oculus. So like I said, this room has like all the aspects of gaming. So we've got virtual reality, which is a bit better than that PlayStation VR. So that's over here. We've got the Xbox controller to go with it. Now, just actually taking a quicker look at the desk, we've got a next desk, which is also a motorized desk. So even though this thing is hooked up and set up and wired up, I can use the desk to mount it. This is about the safe height over here so that I can still have my cables hidden pretty decently and not have everything rip and fall apart. So this looks pretty good, and it functions really well if I want to stand. So this is awesome. Over here, I have some Audio Engine A5s. So these are amazing. They've got some insane sound quality. They're very powerful. I've even got the subwoofer over here at the bottom, and they pack a punch. I'm afraid to even play it at max capacity because my neighbors are going to freak out, but it's amazing. And taking a look at the peripherals, I've got a SteelSeries K800 keyboard. So of course it's matching the theme here. And something I really like is that when you hit a button, it goes into orange, it turns into an orange key. So kind of those UAC colors, the teal, the orange, kind of gives a little ode to that. And I even have 2 mouses here. Now this is a bit unorthodox because I just can't pick one between the 2 of these. I've got the Logitech G900, which is a really awesome mouse, but I gotta say, I do like the SteelSeries mouse over here because it has a couple of awesome features, like having my logo right on the mouse. This is insane, folks. So this is a really awesome mouse, and it feels a lot more ergonomic, but this one's wireless. So, you know, they've got their trade-offs. I decided, you know what? I can pick between the 2 whenever I want. I can just grab whichever one I want at the moment. So I've got 2 over there. And if you haven't noticed, everything is illuminated with RGB colors. So I got the colors here on the mouse. This one's cycling through all the colors. And I even have a mouse pad that does it as well. So all the colors are represented here. Teal is real and it's here to stay. Love it. I've even got my Sony Huron headphones. So there's probably so much green and teal going on over here that you can't even see it properly, but these go perfectly with it, as well as this chair. This is a Herman Miller chair. Huge shout out to Ari, who's recording this. She got me this for my birthday, so I was able to fit this into the room really nicely. Now, I've got my favorite headphones over here, and I can use these whenever I want. But I also have this gaming headset because, come on, you gotta have a gaming headset for the PC. And these are the Logitech G933s. Now, this is awesome because it has the RGB lights as well. But of course, I have it so that it matches with the room. So these headphones, these are awesome. These sound great, they're super comfortable. And these are what I'm rocking with this whole system. And just check this out, guys. Side by side with the flood system over here, they go perfectly. It's just such an awesome setup, guys. And we didn't talk about this, but this is my favorite Gundam right here. This is the 00 Riser 7 sword. Looks awesome. He has to be on the desk with me. His spot is right here, but he has to be on the desk because he's that cool. And we've got this little notification system thing right here called the Naughty. Now with this, when your phone goes off, if you get a missed call or you get a text message or an app goes off, you can actually get a notification here. It changes color, and this actually matches with the room pretty well. If I'm playing a game and I'm like really immersed into it and I'm not paying attention, the blinking light can go off and let me know that, hey, there's some activity going on my phone. So that's an awesome little touch here. And check these out. We've got some panels to kind of give the desk some style, liven it up a bit, make it a bit more personable. And over here, we've got this drawer that holds the Oculus, of course, and the controller. You guys saw that. But in here, we've got quite a few phones, from super old school phones, like the very first Android phone, the G1. This is my baby right here. True blue, even though it's not blue. Second drawer, even more phones. They're just kind of just racking up at this point. And down here, we've got a few Android devices, Android Wear devices, and an Apple Watch. This is the first version. But we've got quite a few options over here. And you guys know me, and you know how I do. These are a bunch of Ziploc bags with cables, so I can always have options readily available. And oh, peep this. These are from Select Blinds. These are blinds that are motorized. There's a remote over there, so I can remotely do this. But yeah, I can completely control these blinds from afar. This is really, really cool. I love these. Kind of just makes having blinds a bit more futuristic. That's how it's gotta be over here at UACHQ. And last but not least, I know you thought it was over, but I still got one more room to show you guys. Come check this out. This is just a closet, but it's an awesome closet. This is where I store all my headphones. I've got quite a few of them. You guys know I've been doing headphone videos for years now, and you know, they kind of rack up. Over here up top above them are the boxes for all of my Gundams. I'll give you guys a more in-depth video about everything in here. Check out those backpacks at the bottom. All tech backpacks, baby. If you guys want to see a more in-depth video about what's inside of there, let me know with a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up, all that good stuff. And that's about it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. This is my ultimate gamer's paradise. All the tech that you could imagine, all the games that you could imagine. And I'm pretty proud of it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace.
You can build almost anything, but it's important to understand the basics and learn the right things in the right order. That's why you should learn Python at Treehouse. Treehouse is an online school for people who are completely new to code. Sign up for just $25 a month, select the Learn Python track. It starts from the very beginning with no assumptions, and you'll learn everything you need to know to start making cool stuff with Python. You got this.
Sticker Mule is the fastest and easiest way to order custom stickers. It only takes a few seconds to order, and every purchase comes with a free online proof, free shipping, and blazing fast turnaround. Each sticker is made with a durable, weatherproof vinyl that is suitable for indoor or outdoor use. Try custom stickers today for just $9.
What's up, guys? I'm Random Frank P. Welcome to my gaming setup and room tour for 2018. Alright, so each and every year I give you guys a dedicated look into my gaming setup, which has pretty much been like my full-time YouTube office over the past year and a half when we moved in. And a lot has changed since then. Lots even changed since the last year when I did one of these in January. So sit tight, it's gonna be a bit of a longer video. I will do my best to go over everything you see in my gaming setup, from all the gear, the hardware, the products. I will put everything in the description down below so you can check it out if you're interested. But if I missed something, or if you see something you like and I didn't talk about it, let me know in the comments, but I'll do my best to cover it all for you guys. And you guys love when I do one of these. I love making it for you. We've made some great improvements and changes to the gaming setup over the past year, so I'm happy to show it off for you guys today. So let's start off with my gaming setup and room tour for 2018. Alright, so starting off, we'll go over more of the boring stuff first, which is just going to be my camera setup. This is what I've been using for the past little over 2 years now to film 99% of the stuff on the channel. This is the Blackmagic Ursa Mini, and I have the Sigma 18-35 lens on here, aka it's like the YouTube lens, and that's on Manfrotto sticks and head. Like I said, I'll have it all listed down below. And that's being then fed into the Blackmagic Video Assist, so I can actually see, you know, what it's filming while I'm talking and stuff like that. As you can see here, I'm actually using a DJI Osmo, which is like a phone stabilizer. I'm just recording this on my iPhone 10. And so I'm gonna do like a little mix, I'm gonna mix it up a bit, do like, you know, the first person POV style and throw in some B-roll. But yeah, so that's what I'm filming this on. And then as for like my lighting setup and stuff, I believe these are from Falcon Eyes. And they're actually on Rode boom arms. So they're very flexible, and those are also then on like a ball head. So if I can move the lights, get very creative with stuff like that. And it just really helps make everything easier. And then I have my microphone mounted on the ceiling up here. So if you want to find anything else about this completely overkill setup, I have it all listed down below. And the desk is from the company SanDisk. I love the wooden desktop, and it's all completely motorized, so I can, you know, move it up, move it down. It's a very flexible setup. So we'll get to the good stuff now, focusing on the gaming setup. And there's a lot to go over here, from the setup to my entertainment setup. So I'll talk about pretty much like the PC, all this stuff first. We'll go from right to left, covering everything. So first up, these are, my monitor orientation. Everybody, I went with 3 ultra wides from LG. They're 34 inches and they're curved. They're the LG 34 UC98, I believe. And I like it because it kind of has this in there when I'm sitting down, because, you know, they're curved, they fit together perfectly, and I have that overhead here. And no, I don't use all 3 for gaming, but it's great for when I'm streaming. You know, I pretty much have this one as my primary monitor. So the gaming on here could have, like, you know, my Twitter feed, OBS, Twitch, Spotify, anything like that. And it's also very helpful for when I'm video editing. I could have like the vector scope, histogram, all that stuff, all my media files. It's helpful for me. I know the 3 monitors isn't the best setup for most people, but for me in this orientation, I love it. It's kind of like my dream setup scenario here. And they are all mounted. As you can see behind here, it definitely gets messy. It's not the cleanest behind, but they're all mounted to the wall to give it that nice, like, clean, floating appearance here. And I'm a big fan of that. So now we'll check out the peripherals real quick, and this is, not much has changed admittedly here, but these are the main peripherals that I've been using since I pretty much picked them up. Now the keyboard here is from Corsair. It's the K95 Platinum. I'm a big fan of this. It has those nice vivid RGB lights. It's got 6 macro keys, dedicated media keys, a USB input, a nice little light strip on the back here. You can switch it up with different color profiles, make different cool lighting effects and all that good stuff. And everybody knows by now that my go-to mouse, ever since I've pretty much laid hands on it, literally, has been the Logitech G502 Proteus Spectrum. Something about it, it's just very ergonomic, it fits great in my hand. I love the PixArt sensor here. one of my all-time favorite mouse. I really can't use anything else. I'm so accustomed to this for gaming. But that's pretty much my go-to setup. I just have it on this blank extended mouse pad here. I believe it's from Vipums maybe, but I'll put it down below for you guys, obviously. And then I've showed this off a few times on the channel. It is the Griffin PowerMate multimedia controller. I have it plugged in and it's really, really versatile. You can use it for controlling, you know, your volume in Windows. I have it set for different programs for things like Premiere when I'm video editing. I can use this to like color correct and stuff like that since it has a dial on the top. It's very smooth. The software for it's really cool. You can go in and pretty much set it to do anything you want. Any like macros, you can toggle between changing songs, volume. Really, really cool thing. It's pretty cheap too, and so I picked that up, and that's been kind of, you know, the newest addition to my desktop. For audio, real quick, this is the Grace Design M9XX amp and DAC, and I have those plugged into my go-to headphones since I picked these up, which are the Sennheiser and Massdrop HD 58X Jubilee. These are pretty much like the newer edition of the HD6XX that I've been using for a while now, but I just love them because they're open back, and for gaming, open back just really changes the game because like it sounds like you are in the middle of the battlefield when you use open back headphones. So I absolutely love these. They're comfortable. They sound amazing for the price. Those are my go-to. I just have a Brainwaves little headphone hanger here to keep them on when I'm not using them, stuff like that, so the cable doesn't get tangled. And then also for audio, we have the two Cantu YU5 speakers. They are pretty versatile as well because they can be Bluetooth, you can plug them in, there's tons of different inputs on the back, and I just have both of those mounted on each side of the bottom over there. And I just use these pretty much not for gaming, but I have them so when I'm like filming around the office, doing like that, I'll be blasting Spotify, listening to a podcast. For gaming though, I just mainly stick to my headphones like I showed off. But yeah, these are pretty much just for listening to music and stuff. So that's why they're up front like that, and they're a little bit higher than they would be at ear level. That's what I'm using for that. Now I know I'm gonna get a lot of questions about the desk. And I talk about it every time, but there are still just a ton of questions about it. This is the IKEA Carlby desktop. It is in the walnut finish. It's 98 inches. I have the underneath, pretty much, you know, like supporting it, keeping it up. Great for storage and stuff like that, and it really fits in with the white and wooden aesthetic that I have going on. And then keeping the desktop propped up is actually furniture legs. These were pretty cheap. These are a huge hit though. Like, if you're going with this setup, you need these furniture legs. It really changes it. Man, you can like put stuff underneath like I have over there, a little extra storage. They're also pretty expensive, so I'll put those down below for you guys. You can see I have the Anchor USB hub mounted underneath, so I have access to more ports right by my side. This was like $10. I also have an RGB remote right here underneath for controlling the lights behind my monitor. And the legs give me that extra storage here, which is pretty cool. But yes, this is the IKEA combo that's been very popular lately, and it's what I've been rocking since I moved in. And of course, the overkill chair. This is the Herman Miller M-Body chair, white and black, extremely comfortable, definitely overpriced, but for the amount of time that I'm here, whether it is video editing or gaming, it is well worth it to have that. Going over some other stuff before we move on to the PC. This is the LaMetric Smart Clock. It's exactly what it sounds like, a smart clock. You can put anything on here from your Twitter followers, Instagram. I have my YouTube followers or YouTube subscribers on there. It's a real-time sub feed, so whenever I gain subs or lose subs, it'll let me know right there. Cool to keep tabs on everything, like a little milestone counter. Over here, this is like a crazy awesome lamp that I love. It's the Tommen's wooden desk lamp. Picked it up on Amazon for under 50 bucks. Not too sure if it's still on there or not, but again, I love it because it fits in perfectly with my entire setup. It's white, it's wooden, looks nice.
Cisco Blood Boy, Cisco Blood Boy, woo!
And then one of my newest pickups. This is the Amazon
901
Echo
Show
Spot.
Drive.
I used to have the Echo Dot.
Yeah!
Came out.
Come here!
I actually changed the name on here from Alexa to Echo. So whenever I say Echo, it comes up. But it's pretty much like another little smart clock here, but it has a screen on it. This nice little smart clock, you can go in and really change it up from what it shows. It shows the weather, the time. You can change like the faces and the theme, put your own custom like pictures on there. It'll play Spotify, everything that you have the Alexa skills for, it'll pretty much show you. And I like the screen on here, it's nice and bright. It's just another smart clock pretty much, but it fits in great on my desk. I'm a big fan of it. Didn't think I would like it as much as I did, but since I got it hooked up here, it just came out like the last week or so. Definitely a big fan of it. Didn't think I would like it as much as I do. This is one of the newer additions to the desktop. So now we'll talk about the PC. And actually, before we do that, I will talk about this, which is the Random Frank P wooden logo that we have. We had this custom made from a company called Tinkering Monkey, and they blew it out of the park here. I love the way it looks. I have a LifeX Z strip, which is pretty much just like embedded between the two circle layers, and it's going to allow me to control some of the RGB lighting here to give it that cool glow when it's like, you know, the lights are out, just to add some more RGB to the room. So yeah, custom made, I can control all the lights. And what I do with this is I'll change up the lights to pretty much like my wallpaper. So a lot of times I'll just have it white. If I have a colorful wallpaper, I will pick a RGB color there to correspond to that, just to make the setup look better. It makes everything flow. So if you see, you know, a new wallpaper in the background, odds are different color on here just to make everything match and look good. And I have all LifeX RGB bulbs in this room. This is a LifeX RGB bulb, RGB light. I have one behind my TV as well. I also just have one in like the lamps and stuff, but these are all controllable. I can control them through Alexa, so I can have them turn on and off, change the lights on the fly. Definitely cool for customizing and stuff like that. And then we'll head over now to the PC. This is the iBuyPower Snowblind, and the reason why I went with this and why I love it so much is, you can kind of see it here. I'll show you better with the B-roll. It is this customizable side panel, which is pretty much a display. It's a screen, so you can put things on here and it's still see-through, so you can still go in and see your components and stuff like that.
Shopping online can be a real hassle. You've got to do actual work to find the best deal. By the time you've jumped from tab to tab, comparing prices and trying coupon codes, you're sick of shopping before you've even bought anything. Enter Honey, the world's most popular money-saving browser extension. With our free browser extension, you won't waste time or energy scouring. We do all the hard work in the background, automatically comparing millions of prices and discount codes, then instantly applying the savings to your cart. With Honey, you'll get the best possible price on everything, every time. Like that Instant Pot pressure cooker you've had your eye on for a while, or the new Nintendo Switch gaming system, or a last-minute wedding gift for that friend you haven't really spoken to since high school. Because with tens of thousands of exclusive Honey partners, there are millions of ways to shop smarter and save a bundle. Plus, on sites like Amazon, you'll get an even better shopping experience, because Honey automatically finds the best price from the best seller. And it lets you take a deep dive through months of price history. Not ready to buy yet? Add a product to Honey's drop list and get notified when the price drops. Bye-bye to buyer's remorse. Best of all, Honey learns what you like as you shop, so you'll get customized.
Which is really cool to have pretty much a screen on the side. You can put whatever you want on here, from different wallpapers to like temperature gauges and stuff like that. I just have this cool little like tessellated texture going. iPhone's not picking it up too well, but I'm a big fan of the way that looks. Inside for my specs, I have the Intel i7 8700K CPU. Oh man, it's really getting blown out here. With the NZXT Kraken X62 cooler. We got 32 gigs of G-Skill Trident Z RGB RAM, and a Gigabyte GTX 1080 Ti. We recently redid this on the channel. Got, you know, the white braided cables in there, the NZXT Q Plus, so I can have, you know, cool RGB lighting and stuff in the front. You can change that up. This is the go-to beast of the PC for the channel. I'm going to be adding a second 1080 Ti as well in here, just to really amp it up to the next level. And then for when I'm streaming, I got to talk about this, the Elgato Stream Deck. I just have it here just to show off for you guys, but when I am streaming, this is what I use, and I did a review on this, a first look. It's one of my favorite products of 2017. If you're a streamer, a video editor, a photo editor, anything, you will find this helpful because it has these individual backlit buttons that are completely customizable. You can have thousands of macros set to this, and it is just one of my favorite products ever. So that's what I have here in case I want to stream. Pull it over and add it to the rest of the peripherals. And also on the side, real quick, I have the Audio-Technica M50X's if I wanted to like monitoring audio or something like that, and the huge. Mother! Don't worry, the magnets aren't damaging anything. That's just what I have. Keep them prepped up inside. And also, real quick, my little server down here. This is 30 terabytes.
You took it off from the bed?
Well. Still trying to get used to it and figure it all out. But yeah, 30 terabytes down there from Synology. So that's pretty much my PC and desk setup. But so that I normally get some crap back for being, pre-built and stuff, but I've built numerous PCs, probably close to like 30 PCs on the channel, and I got like 6 or 7 PCs that we've built recently over the past few months, but it's pretty bad. These are the HD6XX headphones I was talking about. These are the K7XX, another nice, and another pair of the Audio-Technica M50Xs, but in here is where I'll store all my PC components. Everything I buy for top tick under 50 will go over here. But yeah, that's where all the other PCs are. So if you're a fan of the channel, though, you know that I've built a PC before in the past, so you don't got to worry about it. And then we'll go over to the entertainment setup. This is a relatively new addition. I got a new TV in here around summertime, and this is a 65-inch 4K OLED TV. The reason I picked this up was because I wanted to do some extra gaming in here and stuff like that. So having a 65-inch TV this size, being 4K and OLED is absolutely amazing for gaming. It completely changes it up. And just right here I have my Xbox One. I have the Xbox One X and a PS4 in the living room. So I just have this here pretty much just for casual gaming and stuff like that. In terms of audio, I have a Polk Signa S1 soundbar here going along with the subwoofer. And what else? The Xbox One Elite controller. And I've talked about this numerous times, but the Naughty, it's a little LED notification device. So if I'm sitting here watching TV or gaming and this goes off like red, I'll know I got a new email. If it goes off blue, I'll know someone tweeted at me or something like that. So a little nifty little pickup, pretty cheap as well. So I like that little thing. And in terms of my gaming headset, I really don't even use the soundbar too much for when I'm gaming. I have the HyperX Cloud Alphas. Those are my go-to for that. Love the headset. It's under $100 as well, so it's definitely a solid pickup. But yep, like I said, I have the like a light behind my TV to give it some extra glow, some more succulence, my 100,000 subscriber milestone little button there. And I'm just completely blown away at the fact that how thin TVs are becoming. Like this TV is literally thinner than my iPhone. It's just, it's mind-boggling. But as you've seen, everything that I wanted to go for with this setup has been white and wooden, from the desk to a lot of the other accents and stuff, even down to this entertainment center, white and wooden. I wanted that to be the theme. This was also under $100, I believe, the entertainment setup. So I'll put this down below if I could still find it on Amazon. But I mean, yes, this is my overkill YouTube setup, which is pretty much like my office over the past year and a half. I hope I covered everything to the best that I can. If I forgot something, like I said, just let me know. But yeah, the 3 ultra-wide curved monitors. This is my YouTube gaming setup. I think we've made some good improvements over the year. I think a lot's changed since last year I did one of these, and it's really all just coming together perfectly. I think adding the RGB Random Frank P logo up top really helps complete everything and just pull it all together. So I'm happy we got that. And yes, RGB lights probably everywhere. Even have the RGB light strip behind my my monitors again. So when the lights are out, it gives everything just a really nice glow. So that's pretty much gonna wrap it up, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget, the description will have pretty much everything from all the specs and things I didn't mention in there to just all the product numbers. You want to find out more about them in detail. So if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up to show your support. You can feel free to follow me on Twitter at @RandomFrankP. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I really hope the stabilizer worked okay for you guys, and the Sennheiser Clip Mic Digital I have over here is working out. So thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.
Nice choices. You see, now Verizon lets you mix and match your family unlimited plans, like you mix and match your flavors, so you get what you want without paying for things you don't.
Number 6?
I know. Where do I put it? In my belly.
One family, different unlimited plans, starting at $40 per line on the network you deserve.
So guys, this is one of my most highly requested videos of all time. It's time for the next edition of the Ultimate Gaming Room. We've got a whole host of amazing updates to install in this episode. And with it being said, let's get started. So, we're going to start this episode by quickly recapping the current setup, and then we're going to dive straight into the upgrades. and make sure you stay till the end on this one because, to be honest, we've got quite a few surprises at the end. With that being said, let's get right into it. So, starting from the left, we've got a 34-inch LG ultra-wide monitor, the nano-leaf Aurora lights, and a pretty mid-range gaming PC, and the 2015 maxed out MacBook Pro. We've got a chair that I cannot wait to get rid of, a 55-inch 4K Samsung TV, and a PS4 Pro with a custom skin in the Mr. Who's the Boss colours. We've then got a far higher end gaming PC to really push that 4K TV to the max. And to be honest, so far I'm really enjoying the setup. It's a ton of fun to play games on the giant TV, and on the left hand side I kind of get a lot more of my work stuff done. And one of the things you might notice just on the very right is that we've actually got a brand new table. Now, to be honest, it's in a bit of a contrast to the rest of the setup in that it's probably one of the cheapest white tables you can buy, but my requirement was quite simple. I needed a location where I could film unboxings in, take some more scenic and slightly cleaner shots of products. It's just going to give me more variety in terms of shooting. So one of the first things I wanted to do was to quickly upgrade the PC. Now, this video was actually sponsored by WD, and they helped me out by sending me their WD Blue SSD. So the plan is I'm going to replace my standard Seagate 1TB hard drive with a WD Blue SSD, and this is not a super high-end product, but nonetheless it will be much faster than my current hard drive. And in terms of installation, it's pretty simple. You simply just open up your PC case, take out the hard drive, and replace it directly with the SSD. My read and write speed went from something around the 200 mark to something closing in on 500 mark almost instantly. So having that higher read and write speed is going to mean we can not only boot faster, but multitask better. Some games will run faster as well, games that are coded to use that, and all around SSDs generally are more reliable than hard drives. This one specifically has an MTTF specification of 1.75 million hours of usage, and the company's so confident about the product and that it won't break down that they have a 3-year limited warranty. So pretty cool. So, moving on. Right on the left hand side you can see we've got this pretty obnoxious desk lamp. Now it's fully functional, but to be honest I don't like the way it looks. I don't like its functionality, and also the cable is very annoying. So what we're going to do is replace it entirely. So we've got the IKEA Lustre, which is an all-metal floor lamp, and we're going to combine that with a Gen 2 Philips Hue bulb. So like with the IKEA table I've got, this is not a particularly high-end item, but I remember seeing it in a showroom and being really impressed by it. It's pretty sleek, it doesn't really attract too much attention, but that's exactly what I wanted. I want the attention in this setup to really be on the gadgets behind and not necessarily the lights. So unpacking the whole thing up, we've got a few pieces. This isn't exactly going to be a hugely complex DIY job, but we're basically just going to put it all together and see how it looks. So compared to the last desk lamp, this is hugely taller and has a flexible neck, so it gives me a lot more room for maneuver. So then we've got the, to be honest, abhorrently priced Philips Hue bulbs. Now, I really do like the service, I really like what it does, and I like the quality of the lights, but these things just are too expensive. I've ended up paying £50 just for one bulb here. So yeah, it had better be good. So I've gone for the white and colour bulb, because to be honest the end objective of this room is to be able to create pools of colour, not necessarily bright white lights everywhere. So as you can see, this is creating a little bit of a cable problem. So whilst this is definitely not a permanent fix, and to be honest I don't really advise you doing this for your own setup, for the purposes of temporarily making it look good, I've decided to tape the cable to the top of the desk, which means that when you're viewing it from any other angle but underneath, it should look completely clean and faultless. And this whole installation means I can now get rid of that obnoxious lamp. Thankfully, the installation process went pretty smoothly. Before hooking this all up, I wasn't entirely sure if I was going to run into problems or not, but thankfully within about 5 minutes of plugging that bulb in, we were all synced with the app and ready to create some ambience, which is pretty cool. And I have to say, when all the main lights in the room are turned off and we're just working off the hues, it really does add a lot to the room. You'll see some more clips a little bit later. So now we've got something I've been wanting to install for such a long time. This is essentially a glorified smart light strip, namely the Hue Shape Light. It's got a socket, quite a long cable, and then 2 meters of light strip. And as we observed with the Hue bulbs, we could have got 10 times the amount of light for the same price had we opted for a non-smart alternative. Having said that, holding this in the hand, it really does feel a step above the light strips I've used before. So the plan so far is to integrate it under the bed frame. It's going to give the illusion of the bed floating above the ground, and whilst I did try to do this previously with a non-smart strip, it didn't really look very finished. It wasn't a consistent pool of light, and it didn't work with my other products. So installing that was really simple. The product was very sticky, it should hold there pretty well, and yet again, like with the previous bulb, it was set up in no time at all. Now whilst this is covering far less of an area than my previous light strip was, it is a lot brighter, and to be honest, I'm really starting to like how it works with the other things in the system. And slowly but surely, changing my room from having a higher quantity of lights to having a higher quality of lights, we are starting to see an improvement in the effect it creates. So, a special guest. I decided to go for the Amazon Echo Dot. It essentially has all the features of the Amazon Echo without that giant cylindrical speaker, because of course we have far better speakers in this room anyway. So the idea is we're going to sync this to our speakers, to our monitors, to our Nanoleaf Aurora lighting above, and totally automate the processes in this room. Unlike using Google Assistant to control these things, the Amazon Echo Dot has far-field microphones, which means that you can be talking at a normal conversational level anywhere in the